So after we are done frosting all the cakes, let's make the flour. So we'll be making wafer paper flowers. So these are the wafer papers. I am using a plain colored because most of you cannot find the colored ones. That's why I want to show it with a white color wafer paper. You can color it, or you can find, if you find the colored ones, you can use that as well. Okay. So wafer paper has the bare minimum basic that you need to know about wafer paper is that it has one side which is the smooth side and another side is the porous side, the rough side. So the smooth side is the glue side. Whenever you need to stick something, you use the smooth side, and the other one is the porous side. Okay. And one more thing that you need to know is to stick wafer paper into any medium, into wafer paper with wafer paper, you need water. But if you use too much water, it's also going to melt it. So you need to be really very careful while using water with wafer paper. That's very tricky, and I'll show you how to make the petals and everything. Okay. So now first of all, we will make bigger petals, then smaller ones, and gradually the smaller ones. Okay. So it's completely your choice how big a flower you want to make. So accordingly you have to cut the length of the petal. Okay. So suppose this is the length of my petal. This one is the length of my petal, not this one. Okay. So I will take out multiple petals from this one piece. So say my petal is going to be this broad. So this is the length of my petal and this is the width of my petal. It's completely your choice what kind of a size you want to go. This is around 1.5 inch or say around 2 inches by 3 inches. Okay. So accordingly you can cut out pieces. You can keep one piece on top of the wafer paper and take out multiple pieces like this, or if you want you can take it out with eye estimation also. Like I always prefer mentioning that if you see flowers in nature, you would not see that they are of the same size and height. Okay. So if it is a little smaller or a little bigger or a little out of shape, don't bother yourself too much because it will look natural. Okay. So keep one as a template and cut the rest, or you can also do it roughly like this. Okay. I'm keeping these extras aside now. So I want to make a petal of the shape. I'm cutting it freehand. I always prefer cutting it freehand. You know why? Because like I said just now, it gives a more natural look to the flower. So I don't prefer using any cutters or anything. Okay. So in the nature, if you go and see any flower, you will not see, they don't look like they have been cut using a cutter. So I prefer doing that. So this is the kind of shape that I want to cut. Okay. And I'll be doing it for all the pieces that I have. So if you are not comfortable, you can trace one, draw one, sketch out one petal, and then keep that as a template or use that as a template for rest of the petals. For me, I will be doing that freehand, maybe two together, so that eases out my work. See? Okay, and keep aside. Now 3 of them together, because if you start cutting one petal at a time, it's going to consume a lot of your time and energy, and the second time you might not even want to make one. So it's always advisable that try to mend your ways, find your ways, whatever suits you. Okay. So now when I've got 6 petals, when you're happy with your petals, okay, what you need to do is you have to apply a little water. Use a flat brush, and I'm taking water, plain water, okay, regular water. So take a little water and take off the excess amount of water, and on the porous side to the sides apply quickly. and just leave it like this. Okay, and make sure that you leave it on a surface that's non-sticky. Okay, otherwise this is going to stick to your surface. Okay, so if the see, this has started curling already. Can you see this? This is the kind of paper that we have cut, and this is curling already. So before it curls, I wanted to show you, that's why I've curled this petal. Before this curls, there is one more step that you need to do. You need to cut a little, like say half of an inch from the base. Cut it like this, and you have to stick it overlapping like this, like so. Okay, with water, just stick it a little like with water, a little bit, sticking on top, overlapping on top. Hold it for 5 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then leave it. It is going to hold its shape. See this? Now you have to wet this areas, the edges basically, and a little towards the center. Just dampen it a little. And leave it. So I'm using my X-Acto matte because the petals are not going to stick on it. Okay, so I'll just repeat the process quickly. So wafer paper flowers are actually very, very easy to make, and they look very pretty, hassle free, quick and easy solution for making beautiful cakes. So that's why I prefer them really well. See, it's so quick to make. When you're watching TV or doing anything, sitting, chatting with the kids, you can actually make them and keep them in airtight boxes. Not in the fridge, outside the fridge. Cool, dry place. Okay. See, now these petals are holding their shapes, and now I'm just going to dampen the tips and allow them to curl. So if you dampen from the porous side, what happens is the porous side absorbs water. It is not the wax side, or it doesn't have a coating. Okay, so the porous side easily absorbs water and then curls. Now once you're done with the bigger petals, then go to the smaller ones. This time I want to make smaller petals than this. Okay, say this size. And this size. These are the two sizes again. So you don't waste time. You know what happens, till the time the bigger ones or the other petals are getting curled, you can actually work on the rest of the petals. So you save a lot of time. I always prefer multitasking because you know what, we are already doing a lot in the household areas. So if the rest of the time goes in only planning and not executing, that is going to be a waste. And as a home baker, this work demands a lot of your time. So it might look rosy from outside, but it actually demands a lot of your time and planning. So planning is very, very important, how you plan your work, because most of our students are mothers, they have kids, they have other jobs, and we help them not waste much time and also pursue this, whether as a career, side career, or as a full-time business. Okay, so see, I'm just going to do the same with all the other petals also. Now I'll be cutting more petals, some more petals. Okay, see, the bigger ones I make really tall ones and big fat ones, and then gradually reducing the size. Again cutting them like a dart, if you know stitching. See, meanwhile these have curled up. And one more thing, don't keep one petal on top of the other, they both are going to stick together, so always keep them separate. Okay, so after making all the petals, say you don't need to count actually, you need 6 to 8 petals for the outer coating, and then as and when going gradually you need petals like that. But what happens is sometimes when we are building up flowers, we might need 8 petals outside or 6 petals outside, so always make a couple of more petals. If they remain extra, you can always store them. So these are the petals. See, when they dry, they become like chips. Okay, so you can store them in airtight box not in the fridge, outside in a cool dry place. So now what we will do is we are going to take the bigger petals first and try to arrange them like a flower, like this. Can you see this nicely? Okay, like this, one on top of the other, going all around. So I have made 6 petals. I have shown you, while making it, I made 6 petals intentionally, because to show you, when you are making petals like this and you are going to make the round flower, you might see that the petals are less. So what will you do? It just takes 10 minutes, okay? So what you can do is you can make a couple of bigger petals quickly. So grab hold of your scissors and maybe we can make 3 petals. 3 petals should be enough. Okay. See, I have also not kept it like pre-made and kept it, because I want to show you real time that it really takes very less time. And wafer paper flowers are actually saviors, when you're working with tall cakes, and when you're working with wedding cakes. And gum paste flowers in monsoon can be really, really tricky to handle and also very difficult, okay? So now again, trimming making a dart, right? A little water to stick it. I suggest, before even you jump into making the cake, the wedding cakes, you have to watch the class video multiple times, okay? Please do it multiple times, and as and when I give you the assignments, please finish them. That will enable you to be able to make wedding cakes when you have an order, when you have a real order, okay? So you have to prepare yourself. You cannot directly jump into taking a wedding cake order, because please understand that this is somebody's day. It's very important for them, and you cannot try and take any risk, okay? So it's always advisable that we be absolutely prepared. I never suggest my students to kind of experiment with clients' orders. Never do that. Okay, so you need to be prepared. Prepare yourself ahead of time when you still have time, because one bad review can really spoil your game. So I know, because you are taking a wedding cake class, so you all are professionals and want to add wedding cakes onto your profile, business basically. So, take slow and steady and measured steps. Now again, trying to curl the petals. There you go. See, these have already started curling. So they just take a couple of minutes, right? Okay. Now, I will take a small piece like this, rough. I have not measured it, just with an eye estimation, and I'm cutting it roughly into a circle shape. Okay, and I want to take the sticky side, not the porous side. This is the porous side. Can you see the dots and holes? I don't want to take this side. I want to take the other side, the smooth side. The smooth side is the glue side or the sticky side. So when I have the smooth side, what am I going to do? I am going to place my petals all around it, sticking taking this round circle and one petal and sticking it, overlapping it a little bit like this, and going all around it with all the other petals, okay, like this. So we will stick it. How do we stick it? With water. That's the easiest that you can do. Okay. Just see that you don't add too much water. Okay. Just stick it and hold it for a couple of seconds. Done. See, sticking nicely. Now the second petal will be like this, overlapping the first one. Okay, like this. So keep on building. This is the petal that, this was the very first petal that I did not do dart on. So I'm doing the dart now. That's okay, you can do that. Okay. So taking the other bigger petals, and overlapping it. See, I've stuck the second petal also. Third one, do you see how I'm placing it? One on top of other, overlapping a little bit. See, half the flower has been formed. So when I finish it, like the entire circle, then I'll show you. So now I can use these petals also, these are ready. And suit yourself how many petals you want to put. See this? Okay. And inside again similarly you have to put the smaller petals. So keep on doing that, okay? These are a little wet now. So now I will take out all the petals that I have made, and I'll go one by one and keep on sticking them inside. Alternating in between. See, no fancy things, no fancy glue. Do you see this? Okay. See this? Started to form now. Okay. Just curl beautifully. Now the inside petals. See this? You see this? Okay. Now if you feel that there are little gaps, you can also place the petals from outside to fill the gaps. Okay. That's the beauty of wafer paper. You can go any side, anywhere you want. So you can actually place the petals from outside, the petals from inside, and make the flower. Okay, I'll show you how to color it. So now we have this wafer paper flower that we made. Can you see it's like a crispy chips now? Okay, it has dried out beautifully. Even if you drop it, so this is how the back of it looks. And you can make couple of flowers like this. Although airbrushing is not in this module, still because I'm teaching you wafer paper flower, I'll show you airbrushing also. Otherwise, you can directly use gel color and brush, and then you can stroke it and color it. Okay. So airbrush gives the best kind of coloring that is possible for wafer paper flowers. I am using sugarin airbrush colors. Suit whatever shade you want. Okay. This is basically alcohol based. So for wafer paper flowers, we cannot use water based airbrush colors because of obvious reasons, because you don't want to touch it again with water. Okay, that's why it's preferable that you use alcohol based airbrush colors. Now the machine that I'm using is a Spectrum Airflow. I really love using this one. I've been using it for quite a few years now, and I really like the coverage and everything. So you will find this kind of an airbrush. I like using this one. Okay, this is just one louver. There are two louvers, one louvers, both are available, but I prefer this single louver because you just pull it and it starts working. Otherwise it will be difficult for you if you are a beginner. Okay, so just switch it on. Before that, you need to take a tissue paper just to test the color. Take any blank paper so that before you start coloring your main product, you can check here if you like the color coverage or anything. Okay, so just switch it on. So it starts. It is ready now, but I have not pulled the trigger yet. So when I pull it, you will see that when I pull it, the color starts flowing. Okay, you see this, and as I stop, it stops again. So the closer you come, it is going to give you concentrated lines. The far you go, it is going to cover more areas. This is how an airbrush works. Okay, so I'll just keep this machine here and I'll start brushing my flower. Just hold it and I'll show it to you. Start from a little far. You see this? However dark you like, that's completely your choice. Okay, so Keep on doing it. To the inside. Because I've taken a complete white paper, as this is the kind of paper that is mostly available in the market these days. So I wanted to show it to you using a white paper. Do you see this? How pretty it started looking. Okay, see this. So it's completely your choice whether you want to make a bunch of flowers, or you want to make a group of it, or you want to make a single flower. That's completely your choice, okay? So this is called an open peony. You see this? I'll just switch it on for a while. So when we use alcohol based colors, it is not going to change the shape of your flower. However you have made, it is going to be that form. Okay, it is not going to get spoiled. See this? Okay, the petals and everything remains the same the way you've made it. Okay, so I'll just need a little more darker shade. Cover it from the back as well. See this? Okay, I don't know how visible it is clearly, but it's completely coated now. Okay, if you like a darker tone, then you can go with the darker tone. I have just mixed a little orange with this red and this orange. Okay, these two equal amount to achieve the kind of shade that I have for my wedding cake. Now we'll finish up the tearing.